Hello everyone, transport enthusiast here, and welcome to Tram Simulator. And today I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what we're going to go to. So we're going to take a look at line 1 in the Vienna. We're going to take our first drive on it. I will be giving you my review of it, as well as a bit of a rant about the price, and then I'll also be talking about the future of Tramsim. So basically, what the developers have said in the Q&A is going to be happening with the game going forward. So, with that out of the way, let's get going. So first of all, hello to Exedisa, and hello to Brandon Cross. Hello Zachary Gaming TV. I see you've changed your name. Welcome everyone to the stream. So first of all, let's get into the game and not hang about and waste time. So I'm going to create a new game here. Now, one thing to bear in mind is I have not done the tutorial because it was a long video. So I'm going out on a limb here, and it's going to be a lot of guesstimating. I know Q is to go forward, and I think Z is to stop. I'm sure that's all we need to know. You know, So, some people have a rather ignorant view that driving a tram is just pushing a lever, but you know, at its simplest, if you for the game, that's all you really need to know. Oh well, we're gonna figure out how to do the doors because I have no idea how to do that. So here is our tram. It's a nice little Flex City yoke. And one thing to notice is I'm actually running on the low minimum requirement. So I'm running on a GTX 1050 2GB VRAM. So I know the minimum specs say you need a 4GB VRAM. That's completely false, as you can see here. We'll be able to run the game without any faults. As you can see, the AI cars are moving, and when you start driving, there'll be no issues as well. I will do a separate video on that, just so you can see what the gameplay is like, but that's just it in a nutshell. So yeah, that's one of the issues already with the game, is the devs have no idea what the minimum requirements are, and to be honest, I don't even think they had any beta testers that used the minimum specs. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get this yoke going. So first of all, I have no idea how to get out of this tram. As you can see, I am, as per usual, the way I do it is I just go out there having not a clue what I'm doing. So it's going to be a lot of disaster, so yeah. Okay. Now, I think the route is set in advance. That's one of the things they were saying is the IBUS, or the IBUS, is set automatically. Some people don't like this, but to be honest, for the moment it works well because it saves me the hassle of having to learn how to do that. Now, how do you open these doors? So, tour control. So yeah, this has as Ben was saying, this has a lot of train sim vibes. Okay, let's look at the controls because I have no idea what we're doing. Oh lovely, it doesn't even tell you the controls. Probably should have done the tutorials, but look, hindsight, it's all about hindsight, isn't it? So should we guess what's this yoke do? Okay, so the forward slash is okay. So those are the blinkers there. So we've learned how to do the blinkers. There's the door. So the door is the 9 feet on the numpad, I think. Will that open all doors? Hallo, willkommen zu unserer Straßenbahn. Now, first things first, before I even get into the review, I'll probably talk about the news first because that's probably what interests most people most. I think the reviews at this point, a lot of people have already kind of gone through them. So there's much to say there. This is the thing, I'm really new at this. Didn't really have much time to actually go through the game. This is my first time really playing it. I played like 2 majors since it actually runs on my system, so... oh. How do I move? No, I don't want this to move. I want to get out of the cab. Oh shoot. Okay, look. We'll figure it out as you go. So the first thing is, although a lot of people are wondering what is going to happen with the sim going forward, rightly so, because after all, this is 36 quid, and currently it does feature only one line. Now, what's happening forward is apparently this was covered
Wintenstraße.
For anyone that's English speaking, like myself or anyone else really, certain parts of the world probably won't know the joke too well or at all. So basically, some of this Tramsim is what's kind enough to actually fill us in. So basically, oh, do they? Let me check. Okay. Oh, give it a look. So apparently the people have round heads now. Oh my god, they do. They fixed. Let's see. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, they do. Well, Bentley Cross, not gonna lie, that's slightly disappointing because I spent, while this was downloading, I spent about 20 minutes having great fun writing my negative review about this game because it's so overpriced, and that was one of the things I mentioned, but I guess I have to fix that. But actually, it is good that they fixed it. The mic, yeah, sorry. I had a feeling that would be an issue. Can I turn down the volume? See, this is the thing. You can't even change the speed of... Or you can't even change the volume of the game. So as you can see here, on one of the issues with this game is it's very basic in terms of settings. There is literally nothing, and okay, this is automatically set to very low, which is fair enough. Yeah, so I need to figure out how to do this, so we're just gonna have to turn up my filter. Filters. I'm gonna put that up to 30, noise suppression up to 60, and I hope that fixes it. Let me know if that's too loud, because I have no idea. Okay, now, the doors, oh yeah. So 9 opens the front door, now let's figure out how to open the other doors, so... 5 maybe? See, the keybinds are very odd in this, because 7 on the numpad is the horn. 9 opens the front door. It is very odd. The keybinds are all over the place. Okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, because else this would be a bit of a waste of a video if no one can understand what I'm saying. So, now what's happening with the game? So basically, the developers have said that they will extend the game. I think I can go. A bit closer. Oi! What do you think you're doing? Yeah, so the devs have said that they will continue expanding this. So basically, the expansions will include a Tram Depot, which, to be honest, was something I was kind of disappointed was not featured in the first place. And the reason for that is because shoot. Okay. Not too bad. We just about made it. How can I look at the external? Ah, there we go. Well, how do I zoom out? Yeah, I'm sorry, this tram driver has no idea how to use the doors. No idea. So, yeah, I will do more videos of this when I actually learn how to do this properly, but this is really a spur of the moment thing. So yeah, so Tram Depot will be added, but to be honest, I think this is something that probably should have been added in the first place, because, you know, as for a simulator, realistically, that is what kind of makes the game, that's kind of what makes it a sim, and realistic in a sense, because another depot, it's a bit lacking, because even, what's that one called? Even Metro Sim and Omsi 2 and all them have depots, so it kind of takes away from the experience, but luckily they have said that they will add a depot. Now, there is a bit of an issue with that, which will kind of become obvious when I continue on with what I'm saying. So the other thing is they have said that they will develop a Vienna line. There will be a Christmas update. So what I mean by that is they're going to, I think they're going to create a new line. That's what they've said. There is a caveat though. They have said that some of the updates will be free, whilst of course, typical Viewapp, some of the others will not. So some of the others will actually cost money, and look. Myself, I'm not surprised, and the reason for that is because we all know who Viewapp are, the developers of Omsi 2 Vienna, and we all know the crap they pulled off with Vienna 1 and Vienna 2. It was bare minimum gameplay experience and maximum extortion, if we're blunt about it. So what that basically meant is they created one map with one route, then they created another map, and interesting enough, instead of combining the two maps together like Darius did with Hamburg and Hafen City, they decided to pull them out, so that way they can extort more money from people. And I have a feeling, and mark my words for this, this is exactly what they're going to do with Tramsim. They're going to create line 2, they'll probably be separate and be about 25 to 30 quid. So already it's a bit concerning with the model they're going for, and that's the other thing I'm worried about, is that the depot is going to be part of the payware update. Now, you know, this might be me being, what's the word, overly cynical, but you know, I think the evidence is the evidence based on what they've done in the past to suggest that. Now, here's another issue with the game. Currently in its current state is, even though this is in English, it's half in German. So we have our little announcement here. So attention, Kollision mit Auto. So half of it's in English and then half of it's in German. Sure, we know what it's saying, but you know. Oh shoot, yeah. Now I do apologize. Yeah. So sorry about that. What happened there is when the yoke crashed. So when I crashed into the car, obviously the thing didn't stop moving. So actually, let's see if we can figure out the other doors. It's not 6. Oh, there we go. It's 5. It's 4. Yeah. This is another thing people have been complaining about. The keybinds are all over the place. They make absolutely no sense, and as of yet, you can't change them. There we go. So one opens some of them. 4 opens some of them. Look. Don't read too much into it. On the bright side, the minimum specs for some reason are quite overstated. So this is made on an Unreal 4 engine. So it's basically the same engine that runs Metro Simulator. Shut the flipping doors. So this is made on the same engine that runs Metro Simulator 2020, as well as, what's the other game called? Train Simulator World, Train Simulator World 2. So realistically, I don't know why they've put the GPU requirements as 4 GB via RAM, because none of the other games that run an Unreal 4 engine have such high requirements. So you will see that YouTubers like Squirrel have said it's overstated. You'll see people in Discord say it's overstated, because it is overstated. People have been saying in the Discord that they're running this with 750 Ti's. I'm running this with a GTX 1050. Now, how do I close all these boxy doors? And switch this to up. Oh, there we go. That cling's telling us we're all okay. Yeah, so the other thing is apparently there is some lag when you get into the city center, and I have a feeling that's going to happen, because that's kind of the non-lag areas, but you know, we'll see now how this performs, how the GTX 1052 GB VRAM performs. We'll see. The thing is, even on low settings, the experience is not bad. You can tell there's a bit of scaling of the textures, and it becomes evident, but you know, considering that I'm not even meant to be able to run this game, I'll take it. So yeah, I'm glad that people have fixed. So on the bright side, the developers have been very quick to fix the people, because if anyone that's seen or played the game last time will have known that people were looked in an absolute shocking state. So now they actually have eyeballs, which you'd be surprised they didn't have in the first place, and they look properly realistic. Some of them still look very depressed, like this one here. It doesn't look very too happy, but sure, I guess that is the times we're living with the COVID-19 pandemic. So hopefully that shuts down everything. Now, I think we're going right, so that arrow's saying going right. Oh, for flip's sake. Close, close, close. Get me out of here, get me out of here. Yeah, you probably should do the tutorials first of all. Yeah, they're very quick with the patches. I'm surprised they got the people fixed so quickly, because I think there's like, I don't know how many versions of people there are. I'm gonna say at least, yeah, at least like 20 different people. So, you know, I'll give it that to the developers. They've been very quick to fix the patches. They've been very quick to fix the bugs like the people. So, you know, credit where credit is due. But yeah, so that's the thing. Now, the other thing is that I haven't really got started to talk about yet is the price, and I will do a proper full review or slash rant of this in the near future. Yeah, no, the AI is a lot better working. Like yesterday, I don't know what the story was with the people. I mean, I completely agree, but it was an absolute abomination to look at. It was beyond yeah, comprehensible. Now, I know apparently meant to be able to leave the tram, but I have no idea how that's done. This is the thing. Luckily, this is not as complex as Omsi 2, because I haven't looked at any tutorials. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going through intuition here, and so far we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I'm not doing bad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, credit where credit is due. So let's flip our indicator. I think we're going this way. I think. Yeah, okay. We're going this way. So we're going the right way now. And as you can see, there's a lot of Tram Sim ads. A lot. Sure, I'm guessing for those of us that have played Omsi 2 are used to that. All you have is Omsi 2 add-ons ads here and there. I think they've added in more AI trams, because I know people have complained there was only 4 AI trams at a time, and as you can see there, we've already seen 2 AI trams. So look, you know, even though I'm not gonna lie, I am not a fan of Viewapp. They have kind of been quick to work on the ball, and that was kind of the same with Studio Pollock and another developing group I wasn't particularly a fan of, but you know, at the same time, they were quick to fix things. You're a bit slow getting off now, aren't you? But as you can see here, this one's blocking the doors. Are those branded? Are those? Oh my god, there's product placement. This is the thing you're gonna notice about those games. There's a lot of product placement. So those are like the Adidas runners. Yeah, there you go. There's the Adidas logos. You'll see all the cars are branded, and you'll see the shoes are branded as well. So there is a lot of product placement, so which kind of leads one to wonder, considering, I'm guessing with the product placement they were paid by these companies, because this is the first simulator where I've seen so many brands, like all the shop brands, all the shoe brands, all the car brands, and you know, I don't really think they'd be doing this for free, definitely knowing who Viewapp are. So I think there's a lot of product placement. Then, considering they're probably getting revenue for that, one wonders why the game is still so expensive, because if we are realistic about this, 36 quid for this price, even Squirrel said this, is basically completely overpriced. I think the biggest problem about it is, you know, sometimes high prices are justified, but the issue more is the fact that, you know, hello Mario Paparazzi, welcome to the stream. Kind of rule of thumb about games is that you need to be getting about the same hour. So basically, each euro, pound, whatever currency you're using should equal 1 hour of gameplay. And with just one line to drive in, I'm not sure that this equals 36 hours of gameplay. To be quite honest with you, if we are realistic. So you know, at 36 euro, it's very overpriced. It's like that's the other issue. Like even DDT or Dovetail Games, the creators of Train Simulator World 1 and 2 and Train Simulator 2020, who are notorious. This is Tram Sim, so this is a brand new Tram Simulator that came out yesterday, and yeah, so we're just going to get the first look there. Yeah, it's made by some of ex-Omsi 2 developers. Let's close. I was going to start saying something else, but I kind of want to stay on the same topic, not lose the flow of thought here. All the doors closed, not the flipping lot. No, I don't want this. Everything closed. So I think 9 closes all the doors, I think. Or not. Oh, okay, so 6 is like a stop break. I think 6 is like a stop break. And then 9 is like shut all the doors. Okay, I think we're getting this. Well, yeah, but to be honest, like, I think they, yeah, they did act fast, and in all fairness to them, I'll give them that. But to be honest, I think they kind of made a miscalculation here. And the reason for that is because I think what happened is when they made the price 36 quid, what happened is a lot of people just went to the grey market. So they went to sites like CD Keys or Moga, that's one site I saw someone mention, Instant Gaming and so forth. And actually what you'll notice, or what people will notice, is that the game's out of stock on all of those sites. And you know, probably the reason for that is because realistically people, what the hell? What the? Yeah, so there's an AI car just driving over the footpath, as it does. Just driving along. So there's another glitch. Yeah, this is the thing. I think we're going to start creating some Tram Sim funny moments, because all these glitches are going to lead to funny moments videos. Be warned. But yeah, I think they missed a trick there, because what happened is I don't know how many keys these grey market sellers buy, but they're basically selling the game for half the price, so 18 quid. And if they're out of stock, I'm going to say they buy at least 100 to 200 keys. So that's probably about 500 copies that were bought, not off in official vendors. Therefore, none of that money is realistically going to the devs or to Airsoft. And so I think what basically the implications of that is that the Airsoft and Viewapp have just lost money there. Because if they had made the game 20 quid, which is realistically the value of this game, that is how much this game is worth, it's worth 20 quid maximum, then all the people, or not all the people, well, I say about 75% would be a fair estimation. 75% probably just, 75% would have just bought the game off Steam. So then, that's, if you do the math there, so that's 75 by 20, I don't have a calculator on me, but like, 7 by 2 is 14, and then we add in 2 zeros, that's about 1,400, I think. I'm doing math here in my head. Let me whip out the calculator, as we have it, I have it right beside me. Yeah, so it's about 1,500 extra in revenue that they've lost. And you know, I think it's a miscalculation, because when you charge so high, when you make the price so high, people just go and get it from alternative markets, and then they lose money. But sure, look at, you know, this is what I say, greed comes at a cost too. So anyway, let me read the chat before I continue rambling on. Does this have a lot of routes? So Mario Proporci, this has one route, so it has only one route that is 25 kilometers long in a 4x4 grid map. So that's, yeah, basically, I think it's, yeah, so it's 25 kilometers, so it only has one route. There's no Tram Depot, it's about 50 minutes, and then I think there's nighttime implemented, but they haven't added weather features yet, but they are coming apparently. And then the bears went across answering the questions. Yeah, well, I'm here still talking about whatnot. Brendan Cross is actually talking about the important stuff. But yeah, that's really it on the price. I'll kind of leave that. I'm kind of going to go into more detail on that in a separate video. The other thing is that people have been saying, I think I have noticed that, is that people who talk about the price on the Discord, they're just deleting the messages, which is, you know, it's a form of censorship, really. But look at, I think they don't. I think they all know there isn't really an argument for it, and with all the product placement, I don't know. But anyway, well, that's that aspect done. So then, what I'm surprised though is, considering there's so much product placement, I'm surprised they didn't put in ads for like certain brands, because realistically, we have the branded shoes, we have the branded cars. Once wondered why they haven't like all fun in on their branding. Yeah, so this is the thing I look at about the passengers. The passengers get off after we shut the door one time, so it's a bit odd looking. I do need to learn out how to get out, so if I press enter, does that do anything? Yeah, so I'm not following the signals either. I will do a proper video of this as we go on. Okay, let me go. I want to be free. I want to move. Oh, shoot. No, I want to be free. Let me go. Let me go. But on the bright side, this does run on, if you have a GPU that's below the minimum spec, it does run. As you can see here, I'm on GTX 1050 and it does run. This is the other thing I'm not too sure why the devs didn't do it. Are all the buttons functional? I have no idea, because I skipped the tutorial. I didn't have the patience to watch the video tutorials. I just did not have the patience. So they could be, they could not be. I have no clue. There's the thing. How do I get out of the tram? Can someone tell me how you do this? How do I move now? This is, be nice to know how to move, but I don't think I do. I think most of the buttons are functional. So if you take a look here, Mario, we have no. Okay, so not all buttons are clickable. Some are. So what's this? The feather spiker. I think this is the. Yes, this is the loudspeaker. So this is the announcement. So at the moment it's on auto. You can put it on basically loose, and that's like options. So basically what that means is, I think that the player does the announcements manually, and then full means full. So I guess some kind of full announcements. This is clickable as well. So this is the cabin lights. This is clickable as well. So this is something to do with when there's ice on the tracks. Again, something to do with ice on the tracks. Geschwindigkeitsvorfall. Okay, I don't know what that means. Fernlicht, that's the fog lights. Sandgleiten, there's the warning lights. I think those are clickable. So yeah, most things are clickable. Most things are clickable. Polys, yeah, that's the yeah, no, definitely. Like, I don't envisage them doing free advertising for companies. This is the thing. Realistically, I think they are a lot like DDG. They're all about money at the end of the day. If you know, look, this is the thing. Like, the graphics are good. You know, I can't complain now. Obviously, they're not looking great on my system, and the reason for that is because I am running on a below minimum spec GPU, but it still runs. Do ignore that. So I'm still getting used to the controls. Apparently, you can drive this with a steering wheel. So I do have a steering wheel, so I could try using the brake and pedals on that, which are crap by the way, because it's a £20 wheel. But I have to figure out how to configure that. Yeah, so this game I think is very GPU bound. Yeah, that's really it is GPU bound. I don't know about the CPU, but the CPU requirements aren't that high. It's an Intel Pentium 4 quad core processor. So basically, as long as you have a quad core laptop processor, because that's what the Intel Pentiums are for laptops, then you should be able to run it no problems whatsoever. But yeah, you're probably right there. There's probably a lot of polys, but everything. This is the one thing I like about this is actually all like the brand names are there, for instance, on the buildings, because that's that was one of the drawbacks about payware add-ons in Omsi 2, is that like in Chicago there was no branding. So there's no when I mean branding, like all the buildings were generic. So like you could tell something was Starbucks because it was green, but then obviously didn't have the logos because of copyright rules and infringements and so forth. But what that kind of means is that it kind of takes away from the city feel, because look. I'm no corporate fan myself, but if I talk about realism, it does add to the realism. So there's Hotel Bristol. Like, I'm gonna say it is very realistic. Like, it is very realistic simulator. I know it probably like sound very negative, because that's generally the slant I tend to take. If you look at my Steam profile, you'll see that half my reviews are negative. That's mainly because I think most things are overpriced. But we'll talk about some of the positives. The one thing I wish they'd clear up is the minimum specs, because the minimum specs, I don't think they really check. I think they kind of just pulled out some arbitrary number and just said, yeah, these are the minimum specs. They didn't actually test them. So, but see, that again said, is €36 worth the risk to know? Now, then again, look, I know that I'm going to say 35% of people are buying the game from the grey market, if we're real, where it's 18 quid. And to be honest, I wouldn't blame people in this sense. People talk about supporting the developers, like oh yeah, it's whatchamacallit, it's it's unethical. But at the same time, I think it's the same argument can be made also that it's unethical to exploit and overcharge consumers. So that's the thing. And I think there's one of the bugs that you saw. There was a passenger walking on the. Okay, here's the FPS is low. So here we are getting lag. What is this car doing? Oh my god. You see, it's doing an obstacle course with the road. Yeah, I think this might be because of my system. So this is the thing. This is probably why they're talking about the minimum requirements being 4 gigabytes of VRAM, because as you can see, we are getting low FPS here. I don't know what FPS we're getting at, because I am someone that does not. Quite honestly, I couldn't care less about FPS. As long as it's 30, I couldn't care less. But yeah, we are getting a bit of lag there. But so far, I am impressed, because I thought this wouldn't be run at all. Well, this is the thing, you just can't take those minimum requirements at face value. But if any of you want to know if you'll be able to run this or want some help, you can comment down below in the live chat or even on the Discord, and I'll be happy to help you out with any queries that you may have. Because I know when Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 came up, I was bombarded with questions about, can my system run this? Can my system run this? And for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, I just use GamesDebate. It's a very handy site to tell you if your system will be able to run a game. But unfortunately, unlike Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, which is a triple AA game, and basically there is a lot of data to be used to verify this, with this game there isn't. So GamesDebate isn't too useful when it comes to this, because it just doesn't have enough data to tell you how your GPU will run this. So for instance, when I put in my settings, it said that I won't be able to run this, and that with a 1050 I could expect 0 FPS, which as you can see is not the case. So there are some limitations there. So I think it would be handy if people who are running this in below minimum specs do post in the Tramsim Discord, or do post in in the comment section down below, and do let us know, because it just kind of helps the community out in a sense. Yeah, but that's that really. I think I've kind of covered everything here, because I think I've kind of talked about the main points. So, like, if I was to sum up this game, well, I want to say in short, but it'll probably take me 2 minutes to go through it all. I'll just go quickly through the pros and the cons, and I will have my Steam review in the comment section down below. So if anyone watching in replay, you can just read the transcript there, and you can figure out and choose for yourselves what you think. And then the other thing is, you give that Steam review a like if you agree with it, because I do think that the devs and Aerosoft have been a bit dismissive of people's dissatisfaction with the fact this is overpriced. So I think that, you know, people give a thumbs up to reviews that kind of highlight that fact. It'd just be handy. It's just kind of to show them that, you know, it's not really something you can just completely ignore. Like, you know, they get to set the price at the end of the day, but, you know, you don't get the sense of people for pointing out, you know, that sort of stuff. But anyway, so let's start with the positives. So the positives are the developers are clearly dedicated to this, and they are keeping an eye on the community, and they are implementing the changes, because this is a massive improvement from yesterday in terms of the people. You know, kudos to them. In the period of a day, they fixed them up completely. Because yes, if you look at some of the gameplay footage from yesterday or 29th of October, you will see that the faces are all over the place. It just looked horrendous. It was worse than Omsi 2. It was the absolute abomination. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in a simulator. But now they fixed it, and I can't complain. Look, it's pretty much what you expect. It looks like the Tramsim World ones. It looks like the Tramsim 2020 ones. Can't really complain. I think there's an issue there. That doesn't look very realistic. That looks like it's hanging up a bit, but sure, look at Brendan Cross. Think they should bring in some Omsi type settings like loading objects near view, AI density, and that. Yeah, so I'll quickly show you the settings. Just to show you. Ben, are you gonna get this game yourself? Actually, out of curiosity, I don't think you're a huge Tram fan because I've never seen you do any Tram stuff. But you know. Anyway, so these are the settings quickly. This is one of the issues. I'm probably going to go about this in the con, so I'll come back to the settings once we talk about all the pros in our recap. Yeah, so that's the first thing. The developers are clearly engaged with the community. They're clearly working on the game and implementing all the... There's a bug, so there's a dedicated bug report section in the Discord. So what I'll probably do is afterwards I will post a screenshot of that car that was driving on the footpath, and then hopefully they will ratify that as well. So yeah, that's the thing. So if you find any bugs, you need any support, they even have a thing where you can ping any of the Aerosoft people, and they'll help you out. So you know, they are engaged with the community. So there is that. Then the other positive is the game is very realistic. So a lot of people who live in Vienna have said that this looks pretty much identical to Vienna. And you know, if we're realistic, there is a lot of attention to detail, and it's definitely one of the most immersive and realistic simulators I've played. Like, this is well ahead of Omsi 2. It's better graphic-wise than ETS 2, and so you know this. There is a lot of dedication gone into creating this route. You know, there's a slight issue that, you know, from a business model point of view, when you focus on one route, the issue is that, you know, while it's good to have the ultra realism, the way the game industry, you kind of need to provide continuous entertainment, and just one route unfortunately doesn't do that. Yeah, they really need to focus on optimization. I'm going to get back to that when I get into the negative side. I just kind of want to keep this consistent, but I will get back to that. That's another thing I want to talk about. I think that's one of those famous buildings. So, let's take a look. There is our nice little tram with half the doors open. I still need to figure out how to move. I probably should watch the tutorials. I was going to show you the tutorials, but they're all videos, so I'm not sure if that's going to create some copyright problems, so that's why I haven't done that. I don't need the nuisance of that. The other positive is that, again, there is all the brand... look, you know, branding, we're just talking about the realistic one, sense of view. I'm not saying it's good that, you know, there's product placement, that's also a negative, but, you know, that's kind of depends which perspective you take on it, but there's bands. It just makes it more realistic, because if there's branded cars, it actually feels like you're in the real world. If all the buildings have the proper signage and the actual real life brand names, makes it more realistic. The shoes don't get too much. There we go. There you can see some empty space. That's a bit of an issue there. But you know, there you go. You even have McDonald's. Like, yeah, there's a lot of product placement in this. Oh my god. But you know, it does actually make you feel like you're in Vienna. I think that's the important thing. The sounds as well are quite good. So the sounds of the tram, they sound fairly accurate to me. I've never been on a Flex City. I was actually meant to go to Vienna this year, but obviously due to the pandemic, that didn't happen. But you know, the tram sound-wise pretty good. Physics-wise, I don't know. There's obviously no banking and veering, but it kind of seems to drive realistically enough. And then probably another positive is that this actually runs on the positive is that if you have the minimum requirements system, you'll definitely know that you'll be able to run this on a playable experience with nice looking graphics, because as you can see here, I'm running below minimum spec and it's running fine. require some studying there. So then, if you're on minimum requirements, you're definitely going to be able to run this, I would assume. Okay, so that's really all the positives. Now let's get to the negatives. So, the first negative, as Brendan pointed out there, is optimization. Optimization on this is not great, and the reason for that is because I think there's certain things. I think there's a few things where the developers have the priorities not quite in the right place. For instance, they introduced these challenges. Now, I don't know what everyone thinks about the challenges. I think they are completely pointless and they're really a waste of time. And the reason I think that is because this is meant to be a tram sim, not a tram game. And when you add in challenges, it makes it more of a game than a tram sim. And realistically, I don't know. Maybe some people find them fun, but it's not really something I want. I'm not really interested in doing like stopping and starting challenges. That's not really why I'm buying this. This is meant to be a simulator, more to speak. So I think if they'd focus less on that kind of, basically, you know, added extras that kind of goes into that bare minimum rhetoric. It's just like providing the bare minimum to justify the price, even though it doesn't justify the price. But actually focusing on optimization, I think that would have probably been better, because the other thing is, I don't think that the developers have really tried to explain, I don't think the developers have really made a decent effort at estimating the system requirements, because the system requirements, it's just, as I said before, they've plucked out random arbitrary numbers, and I think it's because I don't think they really focused on optimizing the game for lower spec PCs, because in theory Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 has lower minimum requirements than this. And, you know, this is a tram simulator at the end of the day. It shouldn't be that demanding, but so that's the other thing. The minimum requirements are overstated, but then the issue is that, you know, if you're someone that's on the fence or contemplating about getting this, if you have a lower spec, you don't actually have anything to go off. You don't actually know if it's going to run or not. You know, the way, so it's a bit of a gamble, but there is that return policy on Steam, but that's if you're buying the game from Steam, which I know not everyone is, and rightly so. Because there are third-party sellers. Even I think the people who got early access, I've seen a few of the YouTubers, they were selling links to all sorts of websites like MMOga and GameSpan. Interestingly enough, this is a bit of an aside, but I'm going to mention it anyway. People, basically in the Discord, there's been a lot of talk that anyone that buys keys from Instant Gaming or CD keys, etc., will get their keys deactivated. Guys, that's complete bullshit. Like, well, yeah. What are you doing? Dope. Yeah, so this is the thing, you get the, okay, I'm not going to go on the other side there, just, yeah, suppose I'll get back to that person there. This is the thing that I was saying at this point, is that apparently Aerosoft can deactivate keys, and guys, that's not true. And the reason that's not true is because at the end of the day, now it depends what sites you're going for. Some of them are a bit sketchy, so, you know, G2A, for instance, there's absolutely no oversight, but CD keys, all the keys they acquire are bought through them, so they're bought from exploiting regional price differences. So basically, they're all bought legitimately, so they cannot deactivate a key that's bought legitimately. That's the thing, and they've no way of knowing you know, when a key has been. Anyway, so it's just fear mongering. And the interesting thing is that, you know, that's what I said. I said that one of the, you know, I said that there's like people were saying, yeah, don't trust these sites. I'm like, yeah, but look, the people who are got early access to this, they're sharing links to these sites, and censorship, and they deleted my comments. That's the thing about what they're leaving, all the basically false comments that they'll deactivate the keys, which is just not true. That's the thing. There are one or two people on the Discord that I don't want to be rude, to kind of like bit of suck-ups, and they're kind of like just being very kind of flirtatious with the devs and the Aerosoft. I'm like, there's no real need for that, but that's kind of an aside. But anyway, yeah, so that's the thing. I just kind of want to point it out because it's kind of annoying me about a bit of the inconsistencies and kind of basically the falsities that are being spread there. But yeah, back to the person there. So that was an issue that's been appearing in the game. I think that's probably going to be fixed going forward. But yeah, as you can see, you can kind of tell this has got the Omsi 2 feel to it because it's got the erratic AI. We had that Fiat Punto that was zigzagging, doing some sort of obstacle course. We have the people that were crossing the road. Is she holding an iPhone? This is the thing. You even notice that the phones are branded. Let's take a look there. Hey, Mrs., what phone do you have? Show us what phone you have. On me. That's the thing. I love that she's on her phone, but the screen's blank. Yeah, so I think there's even phones in product placement. So probably that's a... there goes the other negative, is there's a lot of product placement, and really that's just negative basically.
in the sense that they're getting money from all that, and then they still have the audacity to charge €36 when other devs don't get the money from product placement and are charging a lot less. Like I think even for Omsi 2, they include the branded vehicles, they didn't actually get paid for that, they had to request that. Whereas here the Viewapp is getting paid for that, so that's the thing. The other thing is the controls are the key binds is all over the place. It's really all over the place in the sense that they make absolutely no sense and you can't change them. So this is the other thing. The settings menu. Here's the settings menu. This is the most basic settings menu you'll ever see. Realistic. This is the most basic setting menu I have seen. There are mobile phone games with more detail and elaborate settings. In graphics, you can change the texture quality, the shadow quality, the display, view distance, anti-aliasing, resolution. Why is my resolution on that? That should not be my resolution. That's probably the max my thing can actually handle. Yeah, cancel that because I messed up. So that's probably why my resolution. That's the maximum that I'll be able to run smoothly. But let's go back to the settings. So, yeah, there you have it. You can limit FPS. So this is if you're having performance issues, you can limit this to 120, 60, probably 30, and that's about it. I'll leave that unlimited for now because I haven't had too many issues, surprisingly. There's the brightness. Then the other settings you have is gameplay. Gameplay, absolutely no settings for key controls. There's no option menu that tells you all the key controls like there is in Omsi 2, even though that takes forever to load, or like in Flight Simulator. There's just mouse inversion, warning info insert, CSP insert, level up insert, and mouse speed and driver head movement. So basically, nothing's customizable. And I don't know how they've developed the keybinds, but they actually make no sense because the way the Tram's control is with Q and Z, I don't know why they've decided those two keys. W and S would have been probably more intuitive, or the up and down keys, or the 8 and 2. The other thing is then the doors, the way they've used the numpad is head-rec because they have the horn as a 7. Can you not just put a horn as a H? Isn't that like just kind of the logical thing to do? The doors, I have no idea how the doors operate. I think 9 opens the front door, 4 opens the middle door, 1 opens some other door, 6 closes something. It's all very confusing. Then you have the division sign, the multiplication sign, and the minus sign. There's an AI disappearing like an Omsi 2. And what they do is they control the left indicator, the cancel indicator, and the right indicator respectively. And yeah, so hopefully they're going to add that in the future. I don't know. I think they said they will add that in the future. Be handy. The other thing is there are kind of no HUDs, so like displays, and there's no helpers of the route, so it's kind of unclear what the route is. I think this automatically puts you on the right route, but sometimes if you're doing this route for the first time, you won't really know where the where the tram stops are, because when I'm doing this, it's not really showing. I almost missed some of the tram stops because they're kind of like hidden behind the trees, so it's kind of hard to tell where they are. And then obviously the biggest drawback to this is the price. €36 is completely unreasonable for this game. Even Squirrel has said this. It's not worth €36, and I think that explains why so many of the alternative third-party sellers have gone out of stock. And even people in Tramsim Discord were saying that they bought it from third-party sellers because that's the thing. When you overprice something, people are just going to go elsewhere to the market. And there's people saying support the devs, but as I said, it's kind of like greed comes at a cost too. But sure, that kind of hurts their revenue at the end of the day as well, because I think one of the things they fail to realize is as an indie developer, this is why a lot of games like Bus, Omsi 2, Metro Simulator 2020, even like Works and the Source Server Republic, they're all in €20 price range, €30 price range, and there's a reason for that, and that's because the lower you make the price, the more people will buy the game and not third-party sellers. For instance, every game I've bought on Steam except this, because the other games are reasonably priced. For most settings being at very low, graphics looks quite... Yeah, that's the thing. It does look quite good. Like, the way... Obviously, there are a bit of issues. You probably saw... issues on my end is you probably saw that there was some scaling issues, and then also in some parts there was a bit of a lag, and some of the buildings did look a bit low-res if they're further out of the depth of view. But... still, I can't complain. Like, it kind of looks like what I've seen. Like, it's quite impressive, and bear in mind that I am running on below minimum requirements, so it is impressive. And I think that's another thing that the developers have missed. By overstating the minimum requirements, they kind of just lost revenue there for no reason. They've lost the revenue that they shouldn't have lost because people are not going to risk the 36 quid. What's she doing to get this? Why is he just standing in front of the car? He looks like he's walking in the air, doing the moonwalk. Yes, temporary youth. Hello, yes, this is Tramsim. It's not Tramsim 2018, it's just Tramsim, unless you mean Trainsim 2018. But yeah, this is Tramsim, and welcome to the stream, by the way. But yeah, there's kind of that aspect as well. The other concerning thing is, as I said, oh, Bila. This shop. This shop brings back. This I do, to be honest, I do like the way this is something I really like. Is all the buildings out there like they are, so they're not like made generic. They're not made. Guys, ignore my shocking stop here. Do ignore that, please, because it is shocking. It looks like trades. No, I don't know. See, this is the thing. I'm actually surprised. Some people are saying that the graphics look really bad, and I'm not sure I agree. To be honest, I think this is one of the best looking simulators out there. To be honest with you, I don't really agree that this looks like it's from 2002. I think it looks quite good. I think it probably looks better on other people's machines because my graphics card is 2 GB of RAM, so that's probably why. Like, for instance, that building from far away kind of looks like it looks the same as if it's in Sim Simulator because it's just lower quality resolution the further away it is. And this is the other thing. This is really the first tram simulator out there that's a proper tram simulator. Omsi 2 did have the tram simulator capabilities, and it is quite good tram simulator Omsi 2, but there are limitations like placing trams is a pain in the ass, that kind of thing. There is Sim Simulator, but to be honest, I think Sim Simulator I don't really think that's going on because the graphics are just too old. It kind of feels like a mobile phone game, and it's not really well known. They haven't really got the publicity, and I kind of played it, and it's not a great sim. It's kind of like it just feels like a mobile phone sim, which they're not really that fun to play. Oh, I want to get a screenshot here. This is a nice screenshot. And there is Lotus as well. There's a big debate which is better, this or Lotus. People are complaining about the Lotus price, but what I find out is people complain about the Lotus price, but then they don't complain about this price because it's exactly the same. In theory, a Lotus does actually offer more for the price. But yeah, this is the first Tram Sim, and look, there is going to be modding, and they will release the mod tools. At first, the word was the mod tools are going to be just for developers that Viewapp approved, and of course, if that was the case, it would be bad because basically just Viewapp could control the market and charge people, take a percentage of developers' earnings, just basically piggyback off other people's work. But I think that's not the case, so now the modding tools will be released at some point for everyone to use. So there will be some hopefully freeware maps. I think that's going to take at least 3 or 4 months to happen. I think they said there's going to be Steam integration as well, Steam Workshop integration. That'd be nice. I will get back to what I was saying. Just going to look in the track here. The textures do not. The shadows, the Vienna Omsi 2 was way better as there was more limits. That was basically quite quality control. So you're saying that Omsi 2 Vienna is better than this? Am I right in making that deduction? The textures don't fit. Okay. Jesus, so you're very attentive. I haven't noticed that myself, to be honest. I don't think it was really something other people mentioned, but yeah, you could be right. Actually, yeah, looking at it, doesn't really fit the shadows. Can someone tell me how to move? How do I move away from this? Because I want to walk now. Ah, there we go. I figured it out. Yes. There we go. So get a screenshot. This is the terminus, by the way. So we're at Prater Haupthalle. I like this terminus. It's like a very nice, peaceful terminus by the park. Nice trees. What's that say? Kein Durchgang. So let's get a screenshot. This will be our thumbnail. So there you have it. That's Tram Sim in a nutshell. That's really it. I will have loads more videos coming of this. I will do a no commentary drive of this route, so just so you can see the route and we'll actually drive properly. I will do a below minimum requirements video just explaining how this runs on a below minimum requirements GPU. I'll just talk about that. I will do a rant about the price in videos, so anyone that likes rants and complaining You can also join the Discord and vent there as well if you so wish. And then I think, yeah, I'll do that as well. So yeah, okay. I mean, I never played Vienna because I just think it's overpriced. No surprises there. And then finally, one thing I just want to talk about briefly is that this game I think has potential, and if if there are fewer add-ons, I think this will make the game popular. However, if it's payware, I think it's going to cause issues, and the devs are clearly going to payware route. But look, this is not a surprise. It's Viewapp. Everyone saw this coming. But yeah, they have said that there will be payware updates. So the new line is probably going to be payware. That probably means the Tram Depot as well. And I'm saying it's going to be 25-30 quid. Probably won't be worth it. I don't know. But so that's another thing. But it's all basically it all hinges on the community. And at the end of the day, it is the community that made Omsi 2, and it is the community that's going to make or break this game. It's got 7 out of 10 stars, which I think is quite generous considering the price. But bearing in mind, most people got the a fair share got this game off third-party sellers, so they only paid half the price. So that probably explains that. Now, derail. Do you think? I don't think this can derail, but look, we'll give it a try, man. We'll give it a try. Might as well. But yeah, guys, this is the route. So we've done the route there. So I don't know how long that was. We've been live for how long? So it's about 50 minutes. It's if you do this properly, because I didn't stop at the lights. It's 50 minutes. So that's the thing. That is the thing. There is a replayability issue. There is an issue of how much fun you can get out of this. Yeah, I'll try derail it. I don't think you can derail it though. That's the issue. Even there's no collisions, unfortunately. Oh yeah. But yeah, guys, I thanks everyone for watching as well. Do let me know if you want to see more of this stuff, and then if you want to get this game for cheaper, I can tell you that with CD keys there was no issues. Now I'm not promoting anything or anything. I don't have any affiliate links or that kind of stuff. I'm just putting it out there. Steam, they will probably do sales. Aerosoft does do sales, but the Aerosoft sales probably won't be more than 30% because Omsi has never gone below 30%. That's really there on that point. What else is there? Yeah, that's really it. So let's see if we can derail this. Now, I do apologize. See, this is the thing. This is one of the reasons. This is one of the limitations of using a low-end GPU is that you can't see some scaling this. You can see some pixelation. But look, I ran the game. That's more than important. Like with Omsi 2, if you're below minimum requirements, the bus was jumping like crazy. This actually works. So the top speed of this tram is also 70 kilometers an hour. But guys, like I'm not gonna lie, I like the game. I just think that the main things are replayability, the modding community, and the price. But we'll see how this goes forward. Yeah, this thing doesn't even go 70 miles per hour. It's 70 kilometers an hour. So that's only like, how many miles is that? So that's 70 divided by 70 multiplied by 1.6. So it's about divided by, what am I doing? Yeah, so 70 divided by, so it's about like 45 miles per hour. Yeah, so you can't derail this thing. I think the physics therefore not to realistic, because if we go through here, as you'll see, there's no banking, there's no swerving. But sure, there you go. So actually, the pantograph lowers, Jesus, that's pretty cool. So we might just see now how long it takes to do this route without stopping. I haven't been telling you like 10 minutes. But yeah, guys, so you can't derail the tram. But I do thank you for watching, and if you're running a minimum specs, you can, it does run on some stuff. I think it's the pixel shaders that kind of matters, and also if you're running on a low-end GPU that's like 3 GB of RAM, you probably want to have good RAM and a good CPU. So you need a quad core, definitely. You need a minimum quad core processor, and then you want to ensure that you have probably like at least 8 GB of RAM. And the reason for that is because what happens is when you have a low-end GPU or a GPU that doesn't have enough VRAM, it offloads some of the calculations to the RAM. But overall, it's not bad. I mean, it's like the gameplay experience for me is pretty much the same as Train Simulator World. It's an Unreal 4 engine. It's basically, I think, a good way to gauge if you'll be able to run Tram Sim if you're not exactly on the requirements spectrum is if you have played Train Simulator World or Train Simulator World 2 or even Metro Sim. I'm a bit skeptical using Metro Sim because the fact that it's in tunnels and solid and ground kind of means there's less visual detail. But if you can't run any of those Unreal Engine 4 games, you shouldn't have any issues running this game as well. So minimum spec requirements are okay, but if you're having any concerns or you don't want to sketch it, do pick me either on Discord, you can DM me, or you can post in the comment section, and I will reply and try and help you out as much as I can. But I don't have any programs to kind of gauge this, because the other thing is there is another program, I don't know what it's called. I think it's like PC benchmark, but that's completely wrong, because if you put in there GPUs at a 1 GB Viewapp, it says that it passed the requirement, so ignore that, that's completely useless. I saw someone use that in Tramsim, so that is completely inaccurate. So, now, let's see what everyone's saying. Imagine driving an Omsi add in London and you start jumping onto Beckenham Palace because your PC yeah, Jesus, that's the thing. Who knows what's going to happen in Omsi 2 London. Everyone's really fearful it's going to run badly. But I think with Omsi 2 is Omsi is weird, because even with LeapIA and Omsi 2, I had lag at the start in the whatever that Kempscale law was it. I had lag there at the start, but then I didn't have lag. And with Smart, I never had lag, and so I had lag. So it's really strange. But yeah, we all fear that. I kind of find it. Oh, so this is a one-way road with a contraflow tram line. My only fear, yeah, lol. I hate playing Omsi 2 on the 25 FPS. I usually get 30 on everything most of the time. Right? Have the FPS out. You get 60. So I think it's unheard of getting above 30 FPS on Omsi 2. I think it's unheard of, because I really don't expect that. And I don't know what everyone's obsession with FPS. Even someone in the Tramsim on Discord asked me to tell them how much FPS I was getting, and I have no idea how much FPS I've getting, because I never pay attention to FPS. For me, it makes no difference. I think the only thing is to bear in mind is like with Omsi 2, around Spandau area where there was lag for people. This area here, I don't know what it's called. This is kind of the laggers. This is where you're kind of going to get lower FPS. Everywhere else is fine. The terminal at the one we're going to now, that one was fine. But yeah, as you can see, there's a bit of freezing. Okay. It's a lot faster loading tiles than Omsi 2, I'll give it that. Omsi 2, that's always annoying, just freezes to load the tiles. The other thing is there's no advantage to using the SSD on this over HDD. This loads up fairly quickly on the HDD. It loads up in about 20 seconds. So I just advise, do not install this on an SSD, just waste some time. Install it on a HDD, it's fine. It runs fine. It makes no difference. But yeah, so let's say, you can cap this as well. I have no idea what FPS we're getting. I don't think we're getting above 30, but overall, I am kind of excited to see what the future brings in this game. It'd be nice to get some of the classic trams in this as well. Oh no, do not get Wuppertal. You need to stay clear of that map. That map is complete extortion, and it's got really negative reviews. I'd stay away from Wuppertal. Anything made by Kevin Ditchman is just stay away. Kevin Ditchman's worse the Viewapp when it comes to extorting people. It's just stay away. It makes the worst Omsi 2 addons, and the most overpriced. But yeah, London, definitely London. I think everyone's gonna get London. I don't even think Aerosoft's gonna even have to try and sell London. I think it just sells itself. Yeah, so. I don't think tiles make a difference, to be honest. See, that's the thing. I think the issue with the tiles where it causes lag is more in the sense that it's down to the fact that Omsi 2 is a 32-bit system, so it can only run on. It can only use up to 4 GB RAM with the patch. So obviously, if you're using resource-heavy AI vehicles, then it uses up the RAM quickly. You get white buildings, white tiles, and that sort of stuff. But tiles shouldn't be too much of an issue. The only issue that tiles are probably going to cause is that if you're playing long stages coming over 1 or 2 hours, you're going to start getting memory issues. But yeah, because LeapIA is I think it's over 900 tiles and runs fine. So I think these tiles say it's going to be well optimized, and in fairness to him, he's a saint of a developer in the sense that it's 5 years of dedication, and it looks promising, and I'm sure it's going to be well optimized, because I think that's the thing with Greece is. I think people say to Everson to kind of pressure developers to get stuff out. No, they think with Greece is kind of just he's taking his time, and it's kind of he's not been allowed himself to be subjected under any pressure. So I think the quality controls will be quite high on him. But yeah, as you can see here, if we don't stop stop at all. If we do 70 kilometers an hour and the route's 25 kilometers an hour, it should take us about 20 minutes in the route without stopping, but actually seems to be a bit faster. Oh no, shit. Yeah, so once we get to the end of the other terminal, I'm just going to stop. I just want to see how quick this is. I have no idea, never started counting. But yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. If you did enjoy this, you want to see more Tramsim videos, do hit that thumbs up button, let me know you want to see more of those videos. Do comment down below your own opinions of the game, or if you have any issues, or just any comments in general. Do subscribe for more content, of course, and never miss out your next virtual tram, bus, or train journey. And that's really it for me. That's it. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. And you can also join the Discord there if you want kind of help, or you want to DM me or anything like that, or if you want to just kind of like talk about the game in an uncensored fashion, which might not always be a possibility on the Tramsim Discord. But that's really it. Now I think we're 2 stops away, so pretty much done. In 2018-2016, addons had been optimized for 30 FPS plus. That's the thing. I don't think you need more than 30 FPS in Omsi 2 anyway, do you? Like, I think 30 FPS is enough. I don't know. So here's the thing with FPS. Like in Omsi 2, does it really matter how much? Does FPS really that matter? So there we are. That's it. There's our tram. Back where we started. And let's see how far we can go in free roam. So I think you can also go out with the actual character, but I don't know how to do that. Probably. Okay, so this is not letting us go past this point, so that's probably because you have to walk out with the character. But I've no idea how we do that. And look, the stream's been long enough here. I've kind of showed everything. So thanks everyone for watching. That's it for now. Until next time.